Hey.
Coach, Mark isn't here, but he told me to ask you, could you talk about who's playing and who's not?
I miss him.
Actually, everybody practiced who was here? Oh, still didn't, Jason?
Yeah, everybody was in practice. Scoot is still kind of dealing with his little thigh, whatever he has going on, so he was limited, but everybody else was in and competed. Bruno was in and did all the live stuff, so that was great.
Coach, go ahead, John.
When you guys played Milwaukee, it was kind of Jabari's first look at a guy like, everybody's first look at a guy like that.
Yeah.
How is he now at dealing with the physicality of some teams that they can bring compared to that first week?
He's better, but I mean, is anybody ready for Giannis's physicality? I mean, it's a hard job. I think the first time you go through it, you're like, whoa, this is different than anything I've ever felt done before. So the expectation going in is you're, a little more ready for it, but it's still Giannis, and he's still super strong, and he's still quick, and does a lot of things that make it hard to guard him.
Coach, what went into the decision on sending Josh to the G?
I knew you were going to ask. He needed some minutes. He needed to get out there and play. He needed to get his confidence back and just let it flow a little bit. He had a great game last night, and he's going to play again today, and then he'll be back, and we'll see where it happens after that. But we talked. We've had a bunch of conversations about it, and we value him so much that for him to get out of rhythm and for him to get spot minutes here and there, it made sense for him to be able to go on a back-to-back and play a couple games with the Vipers.
Is it just about rhythm for Josh, or are there specific things you want him to focus on while he's with the Vipers?
Yeah, I mean, the decision-making is one of them, the defensive imposition that he puts on the opposite team. He did a great job of shot selection last night, whether it was at the rim or his three. But a lot of it is if he's in rhythm, then he'll do those things. So I was happy for him last night.
One of the things that I think impresses me about Jabari is that he's so teachable. He's always talking about what he can do better. How much does it mean to have third overall draft pick that is teachable, coachable? At least that's my impression of him.
He is. He's very teachable, very coachable. His own worst critic at times, which is good and bad at times. But he's also very confident, so he knows if he makes the adjustment, then he'll do better, and the team will play better. And he's very much a team-first guy. So yeah, third pick with all the hoopla that goes along with being third pick, for him to be as humble as he is, know that he has stuff to work on, but also be team first and very confident at the same time is an interesting combination.
Last year, JD was making a point. He was showing Evan Mobley pictures of Giannis when he weighed 190 pounds as a rookie. And Jabari said he has seen those. Is that either motivation for him? Do you want him looking at that kind of, it can happen? Or even for you? Yeah, look what this kid looked like a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Giannis, I forget where I was. I must have been in Charlotte, but he checked in the game. I was like, who is that guy? And he was skinny and young looking, and never knew or thought that he would end up being what he is now. But yeah, it's great, to see somebody go from long and skinny to huge and monstrous.
He and John Henson could share shirts.
Yeah, I remember.
Coach, earlier when we were talking to Kevin, he said he felt like that 50-point explosion he had against Milwaukee a couple years back, he felt that was the moment him and the organization kind of tied the knot. Did you felt the same way, that you knew you guys had something special in Kevin at that moment?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. There's a lot between then and now. But yeah, that was the first spark where you're like, whoa, this kid might really have something. He did very well in the G League bubble prior to that, and you're never really sure until you see it in an NBA game. So I'm not sure that it was solidified at that point, but it was for sure a great moment for him, a great moment for our team, and one of those things where you're like, think we got something. Maybe. I think so.
He
How
recently
different
brought Ty back after a great run he had with the Vipers.
Yeah.
Is it a chance in the next few games that he may get some more earlier minutes than he
Yeah, there's a
did last game?
possibility. Yeah, for sure.
How different does your team feel now, going into this game tomorrow against the Bucks compared to Game 3 of the season against the Bucks?
Man, that was a long time ago too. We've had, I guess it was kind of, at that point we didn't really know what success looked like for our group. We were just kind of trying to figure it out. And now we kind of have a good feel for, these are the things that we need to do on both ends of the floor for us to play well. And we've proven it. So if we don't reach those goals, if we don't do those things, then we kind of know what the result is. So yeah, we have a better feel. I guess we just have a better feel for ourselves.
Coach, when you're going into the game against Milwaukee, a lot of people, the first thing that they want to look at is Giannis, but they also have a very good team, a complete team, and they play very good defense. How do you teach your young team to not focus so much on Giannis and everything else around him?
It's not a problem. they know how good Drew Holiday is, and they know how good Middleton is, and they know what Lopez can do as a spacing five, and they know that they have depth. So yeah, if you really watch Milwaukee, and we'll go over the game plan and the personnel tomorrow, but I mean, if you watch the game last night, Giannis fouled out and they still found a way to win. So our guys know that they got a really good team over there.
Coach, early in the season, you guys talked a lot about fourth quarter execution. It wasn't going so well. Now, over the last couple of weeks, it seemed like it's been the readiness. What do you think needs to happen in order for this team to finally put together a full 48 minutes of play?
More and more games, just like at the beginning when we were struggling with fourth quarter execution. Those experiences helped us moving forward. Now the experience of kind of not getting off to good starts and feeling what that will do to you, like defensively in the San Antonio game, how we didn't start off with the right readiness, then we saw the result. So we're a team that learns from experience, and that's what it should be. We're not very experienced right now, so some of these things seem kind of stark, but it's something that happens with every team. So the more we experience, the more games we play, the better we get. And that's the recipe, that's the plan.
Coach, going back to Josh, what is it like having a player like that who wants to do whatever the team needs him to do, and if that means going down to the G League and playing those games and then coming back up? He seems like he's always a guy who wants to work on his game, improve, and he listens to you a lot.
Absolutely. I love Josh. So, yeah, for him to want to go down and take the time to, and not have any kind of animosity or feel bad about it, just go down there and hoop and then get 35 last night, shows a lot about what his character is and who he is as a person and a player. So yeah, I mean, it's not a demotion at all, and he doesn't see it as a demotion, but sometimes they can see it as a demotion. So his perspective, his personality, everything about him is really good.
Thank you, everybody. Ready? Ready? Go ahead, Vanessa.
Do you enjoy seeing Bucks uniforms come into this building?
Uh,
All right, let me ask more directly. Do you flash back to 50-point game?
Nah, that was a beautiful night though. Something that's under my belt. I was the youngest to do something that night, and I'm in history for that night, but I gotta repeat it. So I've been waiting for that moment to come back, and hopefully it's tonight. If it's not, it's gonna be another night. So.
Was that the moment you really felt like, okay, this is where I want to be with this franchise to build something special?
I felt like that moment kind of figured a lot of things out for me, for this organization, longevity-wise, and definitely I think we tied the knot after that performance. But it was a dope performance that was needed for me to see, my insight of where I could be as a player, and to show what I bring, being that was my first year as a Rocket. So definitely it was a big moment, tied the knot for sure.
After going back and looking at the game the other night, what were some things that you all can improve on?
Readiness, that's all that was. We know the type of team that they was, and we came in walking. We wanted to win, but we thought we was going to sleepwalk and get the win. And we just didn't come prepared and ready. And the Spurs, they punched us, and they snuck that one from us.
How much was that a bit of a wake-up call?
Those are the games we need, and that adds up at the end. So it's definitely a wake-up call. We've been woke. It's not really a wake-up call. It's just something to learn from. And at the end of the day, we experience different moments each and every day, and we're a young team, so that's just one of the things to learn from.
How different does this team feel now compared to earlier this season when you played the Bucks?
Tremendous difference. Our chemistry's been getting there, and just getting games under our belt. You guys got Jabari, Tari's starting to come in to his game, and starting to pick up on the pace of the league. So definitely, I feel like as a whole, we feel more comfortable. I've been here, I've been playing against them, but we got young guys that still, look at Giannis like, man, that's Giannis. But this time around, I think it's going to be different. I think we're going to be ready.
So how do you maybe mentor or talk to these guys? Because you put up a hell of a performance against your idol, James Harden. How do you help them get out of their head if they need to, as far as, yes, this is your idol, but we still got to win?
Make them remember you. Every guy that I've played against that's superstar, all-star, I want them to leave with something good about me to say, and something to remember. And Giannis, he's a great player, and MVP, all that, champion.
Mm-hmm.
And to gain his respect is to go at him and challenge him, and that's how you gain the MVP's respect. So just going at these guys, challenge them, and play your best and give your all.
You always seem to get up for players like Steph Curry, like James Harden. Even though Drew Holiday's not always mentioned with those players, but he is one of the best two-way players in the league. Yeah. Is that another one you kind of mark on your calendar as a good matchup?
Definitely. Drew's an outstanding player, on and off, both sides of the court. Probably the best on-ball defender when it comes to guards. He's been in that all his years in the league for that. So definitely so much amount of respect for Drew, and definitely coming in here with some more feel because I'm gonna need it against him.
What do you think needs to happen in order for this team to put together a full 48 minutes of play? Because if it's not readiness that you guys are talking about, it's late game execution.
As far as our late game execution, it's been very better, more improved. So we're gonna continue to get better as time goes, but readiness has to come every night, and we got to make sure we have that every night.
You were dealing with the foot issues earlier in the week. Are you still battling that a little bit?
Say it again, sorry.
You were dealing with your foot issues. You had some sore foot issues 3-4 days ago. Are you still dealing with that, or are you 100%?
It's a long season, so I probably won't be 100% until next year. But I'm gonna play on bumps and bruises, so that's all that was. Bumps and bruises. So.
Melting a lot of ice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that your first sense of the physicality some guys like Giannis can bring? And how did you react to? How much of an eye opener was it to play that game?
I don't think it was the first because we played Atlanta before that. So just all teams are physical. Like even Clint on Atlanta. Even games during the preseason. The one game that I played, San Antonio had physical guys. This level is just so much more physical and more technical.
So looking at it a different way, do you feel like you're better at dealing with that now?
Definitely. Just playing so many more games against so many different type of people. I feel like I've played all types. Of course, I haven't played teams and other great players, but just playing different teams and different play styles, I feel like I've seen a lot.
Coach Silas said you're ahead of the rookie game as far as defending. How do you strive to improve to be a better defender when you're taking on these grown men?
Just going into it, not looking like that. Going into it as an opportunity to just learn. Go out there, compete, and measure yourself. You know what I'm saying? See where you are, and just measure yourself against some of the greatest in the world. You know what I mean? So it's fun, it's challenging, but it's what I worked for. So yeah.
What are your one-on-ones like with Coach Silas?
Great. He always telling me. What I like is he always said when I'm doing good first. I like that. So he tell me when I'm doing good, and then we watch bad shots I might take, or maybe something I could have did better, or somewhere I should have been on defense earlier. Just cleaning simple stuff up that I just don't know right now. So just learning.
We talked about this in the locker room in Milwaukee, but we were just kind of chatting then. But when you think of Giannis as 190 pounds as a rookie, does it give you some motivation or some encouragement that, yeah, you can put on some pounds in this league?
Yeah, just going in the weight room every day with the mindset to get better, get stronger. embracing it, not running from it, knowing that I got to get stronger, and just trusting it. You know what I mean? Not trying to rush it and lift 1,000 weights. Just to take it slow, trust my strength coaches, and just trust my work.
The first
last year the Cavaliers were showing Evan Mobley pictures of Giannis as a 19-year-old, 190-pound guy. Have you ever done that? Have you ever said, hey,
I seen the pictures when he was younger, and I seen the pictures. I played against him now, so it's a big difference.
Last time you played against Giannis, it was only your third game in the NBA. Now, I know you're still young, but is there anything you done picked up over the last couple of weeks that would make you a little bit more equipped to defend him?
Definitely. Just going back and watching the game, watching other teams, how other teams defended him successfully, and just watching his game and just learning the tendencies and just trying the best to slow him down. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stop him. So just trying to slow him down and make it tough on him.
Last 5 games, you've been shooting over 50% from the field and the three-point line. What's the difference between the start of the year and now, to where you seem like a lot more comfortable on the court?
I feel like it's just me, just getting more comfortable. You know, my teammates trusting me more, and the ball going in a little bit more. So just trusting my work, keep getting shots up after practice, keep standing in the gym, keep watching film, and just keep getting more comfortable. And as I keep getting more comfortable, more things keep coming.
You've talked about being one of the vocal leaders of this team, guys kind of responding to your voice in the locker room. What was your message to the guys, kind of how you guys reacted to that loss in San Antonio?
It really wasn't. It was more like a coming together moment. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one person just coming in there talking. It was more like let it go. You know, we all know we should have won this game. We all know we didn't come out with the right mindset. So just putting it behind us and going to the next one.
I've said before that I love that you're so honest about where you are and where you feel like you can improve. Where do you feel like you're at right now, and what are some of the improvements you'd like to see?
Coach Holland said I don't rebound enough, so just focusing on rebounding and just focusing on all assets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect at nothing, so just focusing on every aspect, looking at where I can improve, looking at what I'm good at and how I can get better at that. You know, just always looking to improve, not being complacent and not being satisfied.
Speaking of that, not being complacent. Speaking of not being complacent, have you went back and done some film study or talk with Coach Silas about being able to get your shot, getting more shots in the paint, getting more shots off the dribble instead of just out at the 3-point line?
Yes, that'll come with me just being more aggressive off switches when guards get on me, knowing that people are getting the scouting report, knowing that I can shoot and just turning some of those threes down to get in the paint, draw two, kick, or even go in there and finish. So, just trusting that, and as the game slows down, I feel like it'll come.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.